Hello and welcome back to the series of Machine Learning with Python. I am Shruti and I am your instructor for this course. So today we are going to learn about some concepts related to random forest, in which we are going to cover some theoretical concepts as well as some practical implementation. So let's begin.
So random forest, as I discussed earlier, to overcome the problem of your overfitting, you can either prune the tree or you can use the random forest classification. So random forest classification builds a number of decision tree on the randomly selected data sample. So then it gets a prediction from each tree by means of majority of voting. It selects the decision which gets the majority of vote. So like this. So yeah, just why to use this random forest? Random forest decision tree. There are number of trees here. Okay, so here you can see there are number of trees. Like in the forest, there are multiple number of trees. So here we have a random trees like this. So we are calling it as a random forest. Okay, so why we are using this random forest? So there are some uh, there are some results to use the random forest because it takes a less training time as compared to your other algorithms like decision tree, for example. So it predicts the output with high accuracy even for the for your larger data set. It runs efficiently, so it can also maintain the accuracy whenever the large proper proportion of your data is missing. So let's quickly conduct one example of your random forest. So how does this random forest works? So random forest works in two phases. First is to create the random forest by combining your n decision trees, and the second one is to make the prediction for each tree created in the first phase. So the working process can be explained by these steps. So first we have to select a random k data points from your training set, and then we have to build a decision tree which is associated with the selected data points, say your subsets. Then you have to choose the number for your decision tree that you want to build. That is how many decision tree you want to build. And then you have to repeat the step 1 and step 2. Then for new data points, you have to find the prediction of each decision tree and you have to assign the new data points to the category that wins the majority of the votes. So suppose the working, let's understand this working by using this example. So here suppose there is a data set that contains a multiple fruit images like this. So this data set is given to the random forest classifier, and the data set is divided into your subsets and is given to each data decision tree. Okay, so during the training phase, each decision tree produces a prediction result, and when a new data point occurs, then based on the majority of the result, like this is whenever the new data point has occurred, majority on the basis of your majority of the result, the random forest classifier predicts the final decision like this. So majority of voting is goes to this apple image. So that's why your final class is apple. So for example, whenever the elections are there, you're voting to a best person and you're choosing a one person. So the majority, you're the one who is, for example, there is election for the prime minister. So yet the prime minister is the person who has a majority or say voting. So your final prime minister is totally depends on the number of the votes. Like this, your random forest algorithm works. So now you have a data set. Okay. So for this task, we will use a data set, again the social network advertisement, which contains the age, salary, the buying choice for the specific product of a name of customers through your social network advertisement. A task is to classify what will be the buying choice of a future customer upon this features. So let's this is your data set, this is your expected graph, and this is confusion matrix. So let's begin with the implementation. This is the first step is to import the libraries. So essential libraries we have already imported here. So the imported the NumPy, Matplotlib, Pandas. These are the essential libraries that we need in the future. So then the next step is importing the data set into our program and divide the attribute into the feature matrix and your dependent variable vectors. So here your age and estimated salary are your independent attributes. So we'll put them into the feature matrix, and the purchased column is your dependent variable vector. So we'll put that here. Okay. The next step is to split the data set into your training and testing. And splitting the data set, here we will give our test size to is again 0.25, and we'll put again one major criteria, that is random set equals to 0. And the further step is to we need to scale the data set for the more accurate prediction. For that we are using our feature scaling. So now it is the time to fit the random forest algorithm into our data set. So for that we are importing a random forest classifier from the sklearn library, and we are creating a classifier object. So here we have three parameters: entropy, criteria equals to entropy, random set equals to 0, and n estimator. We have already discussed about what exactly the criteria equals to entropy and random set equals to 0. Now what is this n estimator equals to 10? So here this n estimators defines the number of your decision trees we want in our random forest. Okay, so I already told you that here in this example. So the second step is to build the decision tree associated with the selected data points, and you have to choose the n for decision tree that you want to build. So this step, the step number 3, we have implemented here, that is n estimators equals to 10. That defines the number of decision tree we want in a random forest. So next step is again we have built a model. Now let's see how it predicts on our data set. So just run it and let's see the prediction result. So we'll get like this. So we could build a confusion matrix to see the accuracy of a model. Okay, so when you build a confusion matrix, so you will get like this, and will get the accuracy here. We have come to now the most exciting and fun part, to visualizing the training set as well as testing set. So we'll get the prediction for the training set like this and testing set like this. If you compare the result with a given decision tree classifier, you must find that the random forest tends to provide more accurate predictions.
So these are the concepts of machine learning with Python. I hope you are enjoying the videos. Please keep learning, enjoy learning, and please do not forget to press the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe the channel. Thank you.